Well, hello everyone. It's me, Juliana. It's Sunday, June 13, nearing end of the day UTC. We're about to close the week on BTC, Pirate Chain, Komodo, and all your favorite cryptos. Of course, legacy finance system taking the weekend off as usual. And I didn't also make any videos, combined with some internet issues. It leads to finally now sharing my screen with you after an relatively uneventful weekend. Yes, we must talk about the Bitcoin, and it's the daily chart. Where are we coming from? Where are we going? This is some time analysis. I'm not too worried about it right now. Right now, friends of Bollinger Band, we are here. Friends of crypto, friends of price charts, and friends of Ichimoku Cloud. Check it out. As we zoom in here on the daily prices. All right, what do we see? Immediately we see price resistance right here. Let's bang that out for you. It's fine. Boom. We also have Ichimoku resistance here, nice and thin. We also have simultaneously the Bollinger Band resistance here. However, you notice how it's narrowing quite some relatively. I mean, even compared to here, it's more narrow, it seems, although maybe price-wise. Anyway, who cares? So it's more narrow, meaning, look, we're above the 20-day moving average on this Bollinger Band. Possibly see in terms of actually making moves, maybe it's, catch some resistance here, fall back down to the 20-period average, and then make our way up, during this week. Now, do we find easy resistance here? That would be such a shame, such a thin little piece of ice to break through and catch our breath, maybe get some return back to some support. So that would be around the 46, 47,000 Satoshi level. But at first, the roughly 40,000 Satoshi level, let's call it 39 to 40, is where we need to break. So watch for a bounce down to the high 36,000 level, and potentially then a move higher. All right, and that will, the reason I'm talking Bitcoin right now is because that'll affect the Pirate Chain prices, the Komodo prices in BTC and in USD. And it's a time where maybe we're starting to come and look at the USD prices because it priced in Bitcoin. Maybe it's that time to be in BTC more heavily if you're working that kind of portfolio management. Okay. So what are we doing now? We're going to move on then. That's just the daily to weekly consideration. The July is just here. So we have plenty of time here. This is end of June. We have here 17 roughly bars. So this week will take us to about here. Okay. So are we even going to be here yet? I don't know. But if you notice this, how fast it was a down move, we can expect at whatever point, I'm not saying it has to be here, we can expect an equally fast up move. However, if there is some difficulty, it'll probably be around this level here of a 45,000 Satoshi. But hey, whoa, look where it is. It's at that Ichimoku Cloud level. So that's where we are at this point. Okay, and then into July, we get more into a thicker resistance cloud. Okay, so that's where we are for now with that. Not much more to say. On a 4-hour level, if you really want to ask, we are already popping out. So we are strong on a 4-hour level to begin with, and not sure how long that's going to last based on the RSI information, but based on the MACD information, yeah, also not sure how long that'll last. Maybe into the beginning of this week, maybe, yeah, and there will be some choppiness. Obviously, it's a 4-hour chart, but we could see a push at some point during this week. I would be surprised if we don't see some sort of push. Yeah, we're kind of primed for it with the RSI where it is as a lagging indicator, looking to touch up higher before reversing. So yeah, and even the MACD has some room to shape out with some positivity here. All right. Well, let's see what happens. But if we do break through this, definitely expect on a 4-hour level, expect the 44,000 Bitcoin touch. Yeah, unless it can't break the 42. All right, but there's definitely going to be a push. I think this zone here this week is a healthy zone to consider. All right. So this is the zone for the week, considering it around here. All right, let's see where the price goes. Okay, we can catch up on that. Now, that'll affect the Pirate Chain prices in BTC and in USDT. So let's go take a look at that. All right, nearly 39,000 on the Bitcoin. Let's see what happens moving into the week. Now on the BTC chart, you can see we are 1,000 Satoshis below the support we needed at the 20-period average. So what that means, well, what I wanted to show, proportionally, we could imagine if this thing were to crash down, it would look more like the orange in my mind. It wouldn't find such a long sideways movement. This sideways movement really has lasted, it's the daily chart, it's lasted a month and 5 days, a month and so 6 weeks, 5 weeks, sorry, 5 weeks. So yeah, this is that's a lot of sideways movement, considering that it could have just kept dropping down if it was not wanting to create some sort of stable base. However, so let's just remove that from our minds for now, but you might recognize that type of shape with other charts. This is just a daily chart, so it's a shorter time frame, for example, than weekly. Which means what? Is this what's going to happen now? We're going to have some struggle in the BTC. Now, I don't know if it's going to make it all the way down here, but in the Bitcoin price chart, altcoin price charts, wrecked is what the other side of life-changing upside is. Is the opposite is wrecked. But look at this flat move. Look at this great flat move. So overall, we're feeling good here. What I'm considering is as Bitcoin USD pushes higher and moves up, we are going to be testing these areas. Let's really, like at the worst, we break down this prior low, we break it down and find a low around the low 9,000 Satoshi level. And we would be hoping that the Bollinger Band region would be strong enough to provide resistance, or sorry, support to bring us up further. Now, what would be even more ideal is a higher high, a higher low here compared to here. Okay, we want a higher low somewhere here, no problem, that's fine. And then we can bounce up and make our way maybe higher. Maybe we get stopped by the 20-period average and come back down again. Whatever is going to happen in the shorter term to try and then make a longer term push to the upside. All right, the strongest move is to obviously go up, but it might be some time before we get there. In the BTC chart, I think we're going to need, BTC is going to need to find its level. not go up and down too much, but rather find some level that people are comfortable with. And then I think the altcoins can find their way with their alt BTC charts, because overall these charts are not looking like they're getting destroyed. In fact, they look like they're setting up for their turn. When is that going to be? Not so sure, but I really look forward to having some more fun here. So stick around. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking the videos and making your comments. Yeah, if you have any thoughts to share, please make that comment. Love it. Awesome. Okay, and then yes, heavy resistance between the 14 and 15,000 Satoshi level, really. All right, yeah, but anyway, we're not even close to that. We're really looking for support. Like I'm talking way in the future here, when instead we should really be watching for the support. So let's do that for this week. RSI really not giving us anything friendly, in my opinion. We are going to see eventually we are going to probably break down these lows and see a lower low. And based on when we last had the low, which was beginning of 21, I won't be surprised. And in fact, I hope somehow, not too painfully, we can clear it out down here and make some sort of significant low that will set, obviously this is not leading the chart. The RSI, the MACD, they're not leading the chart, the price chart. The price is leading these MACDs. It's just that they're showing us the type of indication that that tends to follow these patterns. All right. So in this case, look, we are going negative, and I find that the MACD has been more clear than the RSI at this point. And so MACD definitely showing us we have some downtime still to go over this week, I think, in the RBTC. Maybe this downtime will be a more of a price sideways, down and sideways time. Okay. But look how low the volume is on this CoinEx chart, and it's just how it is right now. Shout outs to Doug Casey, friends of Doug Casey. Awesome. The word is getting out. Pirate Chain is not going anywhere. It's only getting more notorious. Notorious. So just chill, right? That's the game. Now we might be needing to think about, though, if you want to be holding the R, then you're looking at prices and stuff, you might want to be considering it in USD, because otherwise the BTC price might not be our best friend in this situation. All right, does that make sense? I'm going to leave it there. We're just going to quickly look at the weekly, but I'm going to come back when it's official close, come back with the video within short time. Look at that. Okay, let's see what we can do here, right? Interesting on the weekly. Now, moving to the dollar chart here. Another consideration. Here is the weekly again. This is for our USDT on the same exchange. All right, so it looks like we are still above the 20-week average. Great. We're still above the lowest low. So that's great. The lowest low is about $3.30, currently sitting at $4. One consideration now, we like to consider the patterns that might play out. That helps us. Now, I was not accurate with the potential expanding triangle, but it was good for a lesson. Now, here we have a potential, let's say, for some sort of zigzag. That would be great. That's a weekly time frame taking us into June, taking us into the end of June towards July. So that would be great. Now we're going to check it out on the daily and see what does it mean. What are the possibilities? Well, possibility on the daily is a bit different. We're looking at slightly different shapes on this daily line chart. So on the daily line chart, in fact, we are below, similarly to the BTC price chart, but we're below this 20, but here we've got it winding up. So we're going to start going sideways. The longer we stay below this 20 period average, the more likely we're coming to test this. And if we are breaking these Bollinger Bands to the downside, then next thing is breaking this $3.30 low and testing something lower for support. All right. So really pay attention to this, but you'll know if Bitcoin is really slumping, that's what it'll mean. This is most likely going to follow the bullish sentiment or bearish sentiment of the Bitcoin. Potential top levels here is still high 6. So maybe towards the end of June, we might even get ourselves in the high 6s. So yeah, consider that. All right, that might also be resistance though at that point. Okay, because you got to imagine Bitcoin's still figuring itself out, and so are the alts. But there is going to be some action, and there will be some up moves, and there will be down moves. Right now, the overall trend since the top is down. Obviously, we have low, high, low, lower low, lower high. So we are establishing some higher lows. We broke below here the previous higher low. So now we're into some form of flat-ish pattern. It looks like pattern, and it looks like it's finishing here. So let's see if we can make our way into the next pattern to the upside. All right. Alrighty, folks. That's it for now. We're going to come back and we're going to take a look at what's happening on the in the markets. You know, when the week officially begins. Yes, and this one is just about to end within the hour. And I just wanted to show you on the 4-hour time frame that there is considerable potentially resistance ahead. However, so we've got a couple points of resistance. We also have the 20 period of the 4-hour, but based on the RSI, we have definitely room to go up. So even with an intermittent downward, we definitely have room to go up. Same thing with the MACD, signaling like we look like we are preparing to go higher. So again, this is a shorter time frame, but so it might mean, yes, we could break this $4.20 level and reach up to the 445, even 450 level, but that might not hold, and we might continue down. The other possibility, though, as we break through it, would be to break up into the high 4s, into the $5 level, but then at that point, watch for some resistance there and maybe a return back to support. That would be soon this week. That would be like in the next day or two. Towards the end of the week here, 18th of June, we've got this twist of the Kumos on the 4-hour chart. So that's something to watch for and consider. Let's see where we'll be around this time. And okay, looking forward to that. Okay, friends, that's it for now. I'm going to end the video here. I hope you are doing well, and yeah, keep staying well rested and all that good stuff. Okay. Love, peace, and happiness. Take care, everyone.